Have any of you noticed your pets scratching and itching a lot more than normal? If so, you're in the right place because today we're going to go over some holistic solutions for your pets, some things that you can do right at home, as well as some holistic solutions that we carry here at Dr. Croom Mobile Vet Service. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Every Thursday I come and talk to you, future veterinarians, as well as pet parents, about the way to really get the holistic modalities and lifestyle into your household. People love, this is what I've noticed, people love when they can take care of their pets from home in a way that's holistic, in a way that's something that they can, go in the kitchen and sometimes find over the counter items that you can use. We don't always have to pull out the wallet. We don't always have to pull out the wallet for everything. You may already have something in your kitchen, and that is what I love to bring to you. I'm Dr. Tanera Croom, your holistic veterinary expert, and let's get into it. First of all, though, I do want to say that we had a lot of guests to come and see us this past Tuesday at the Pups and Pumpkins party. I can't say it anyway. I always have to say party. Um, there were tons of people out there, their dogs, some of them were dressed up, and we got a chance to really pick their brains and see some of the things that they needed. So after we're done with our presentation here about pet allergies, then I will shift back into Halloween and holiday mode and do this raffle for this amazing gift box. We actually have 3 of them that we're going to be giving out. Chock full of products for pets, some toys. We've got some treats that are going to be helpful for various solutions, shampoos, wipes, even stop stool eating. That's right. We know some of your pets go outside and pick up a little bit of the feces from either themselves or others. We've got something in here to combat that. So stick around to the end where we're going to do our raffle here in just a few minutes. Again, 3 people, lucky pet parents who came out to see us this Tuesday will have access, and we will send those right to you, right to your address. So that'll be for later. But first things first, we focus here on our future veterinarians. We have our internship that's set up for college students who are interested in or already enrolled in pet-related fields, veterinary, animal science, all of those. And so that is really my mission and focus here, is to get you future veterinarians on that right path so that you can integrate some holistic solutions into your practice as well when you become a veterinarian too, okay? That's what integrative means. It doesn't mean totally leaving pharmaceuticals behind all the time, because we can say, I know for sure and without a doubt that there are some pharmaceuticals that have helped my patients for allergies that were uncontrollable. Occasionally, I needed to have some steroids on board or some other, allergy meds that could bring everything down to a low level. And then we could start using some of those holistic modalities, right? So future vets, remember that. Integrative vet services means that we not only integrate pharmaceuticals, but also holistic modalities. So let's get into some of those things that you pet parents can do right at home. Okay, so we know that recognizing those allergy symptoms is the first thing. Now, some of them a kindergartner could think of, right? What are some things that let you know that your dog has an allergy? Itching, scratching, right? Licking the paws constantly. But for the various species, because we don't just work with dogs here, we work with dogs, cats, horses, as far as giving out information of things you can do, as well as some of our herbs and products that are available, right? But for over the counter, let's talk about the dogs first. For the dogs, often with allergies, it's itching, red skin, excessive licking, especially around the paws and things like that. the ears and the belly area, right? They're just licking, licking, licking all day, just licking. You can't even go to sleep because you hear them licking. I hear that so often. We're like, yeah, wake up in the middle of the night and Barney's over there licking his paws and, pacing around and things like that. And so even though itching isn't so-called pain, the irritation can be similar to pain in that, you're going to be pacing around, keeping themselves up, keeping you up. So let's get to the root of that, okay? So for dogs, one major sign is that persistent itching, especially around the ears, paws, and stomach, okay? For cats, slightly different syndromes, right? Cats often show excessive grooming as well, right? They just lick all day, right? In areas like the belly or legs. And they often sneeze as well. So this is something that's somewhat different than the dogs. Yes, dogs can sneeze and have allergies that cause them to sneeze. But when we talk about just the general symptoms that we often see with the various species, cats. Cats really take the cake when it comes to the sneezing and the respiratory stuff, right? Cats express their stress and immune system deficiencies a lot of the time through their respiratory system. So they'll be sneezing and there'll be nasal discharge and, their eyes will be all goopy. You're a cat owner. You know what I'm talking about, right? So for cats, that's what it is. And then for horses, we've got different symptoms as well. Oftentimes, like cats, their respiratory system will be affected, but they often also can come up with hives, right? Popping out on their skin, that nasal discharge again, and coughing. For the horses, there's a lot of the coughing and the respiratory things, and we'll talk about why. So, in the chat, we like to get some engagement here. In the chat, if any of these symptoms sound familiar, let me know in the comments. What symptoms have you noticed in your pets, whether it's a dog, a cat, or a horse, that let you know, here comes the allergies again. Right now it's October, and you think, okay, well, it's not springtime, so, pollen. The other day, I was sneezing up a storm, and it was like a super high pollen advisory. We are not out of the woods, people, okay? So we talked about dogs, cats, and horses and the different symptoms that they can have. Feel free to put in the chat if you've seen any of these symptoms, okay? Now we're going to get into it specifically for dogs, okay? Some of the over-the-counter solutions. I love to offer these, I tell you, okay? So you already know that bathing can be one way to help that. But one thing we want to make sure we don't overbathe. Too much bathing can cause dry skin, cracked skin, and really it can exacerbate the problem. It can be like a catch-22 in a way, just an unending cycle where, you're washing and you're like, oh, they're itchy, so let me wash again. And, that's not the solution. More frequent washing is not usually the solution. But when you do wash, if you use something like oatmeal, right? I would say that if you are able and you have actual oatmeal, in your home, that would be a really great place to start. There are, of course, a lot of products out there with oatmeal. I even have some shampoo with oatmeal in them, right? And that's great. But we know that when you talk about over the counter, when you talk about in your own home and in your own kitchen, that the items that you have in your kitchen are probably going to be better than any solution inside of a solution, right? So say you get the oatmeal, right? And you get your dog into the bath and you maybe put a little lather on from maybe some Dawn, right? Dish soap. And then you put that oatmeal on, right? You kind of slathering it all on. What you've got to do with the oatmeal is you got to leave it on the contact surface for at least, like I'd say, 10 minutes. Let that oatmeal do its job. You can't just lather them up and the oatmeal's on and then rinse them right off. It's just going to rinse right off. But the oatmeal has to have time to absorb, just like it absorbs the water when you eat the oatmeal. It's going to absorb some of those exudates from the skin in order to soothe that red and itchy skin. So you can use that symptom solution for dogs, cats, and horses. Now we know that the cats may not like the water so much, but we've got another solution for them when we get to the cats. Okay. So Oatmeal baths are great for calming down that itchy, dry skin. Just make sure that it's gentle and that you leave it on for a decent amount of time and you do not overbathe. Okay. Next, for dogs, dietary adjustments. A lot of times it's food. When we veterinarians, future vets know this, when we vets see and hear about the licking, the paw licking, oh, just licking their paws all day, licking the paws. First thing that should pop in your head, potentially a food allergy. Potentially a food allergy, okay? And so one way to figure out what might be causing all of those problems for your pet is to do a food elimination diet. You've got to eliminate some of these things. Now, you could go to a veterinary dietitian and get into all the details, which that is something that we provide at Dr. Croom Mobile Vet Service with our holistic only virtual consultations. So no matter where you are in the country, you can go right to drcroom.com, get a holistic virtual consultation, and we can discuss the food that you need to be giving or the elimination process. Who knows? Put it in the chat. What is the number one allergen that we usually find for dogs that we want to try to eliminate first? I see somebody in the chat. I think I might know who this is. Bing, 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 bing. One of my top supporters and viewers, Mrs. Sandra Reese. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? I know that you always are supporting me and you jump in and you leave comments on my posts. I want to thank you for that. You know, I know that you are still really in mourning for your baby Red, right? And with him being, him having been like in the pit bull arena and breed, skin issues were definitely always a big thing for Red. And so eliminating certain things from the diet is what we needed to do. So who knows what that top ingredient is that we often try to eliminate for dogs when we're trying to figure out what they're allergic to? Who knows? Let me see if I can look into my chat comments over here. See some over here. But let me look. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, see comment here. Uh-huh. Okay, Sandra, I see your comment there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Okay. So I don't see it in the chat, so I'm gonna, oh, I do see it in the chat. Oh, I see both Sandra Reese and King Crazy have put in a comment in the chat, and both are correct. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Thank you, Sandra. She said chicken. That's right. Chicken is the right answer. King Crazy, you already know the deal, right? You've got Hazy Daisy, and you know that that would be one of the first things to try to eliminate when we're looking at allergies, because chicken can be so allergy causing for dogs. Okay, so great. Thank you, King Crazy. Thank you, Sandra. As always, I appreciate your support on my lives and on my posts. This is what we entrepreneurs need. Yeah, so this is something you can do yourself and try yourself. Like I said, we have our holistic virtual consultations and we would love to see you, but you could also try this at home. Like, okay, you know what? We've never truly eliminated chicken from Fifi's diet, right? Fifi is always licking her paws, you know, she's a little poodle, you know, whatever. And let's do this, family. Let's eliminate the chicken. So you eliminate the chicken, you eliminate all treats with chicken. And that part right there, you guys, is the part as a veterinarian, right? If you future veterinarians are on watching, that you want to make sure that you really tamp down on. Let's look at the treats. Are the individual treats, do they have chicken meal in them? You know, is the food, even if it's a beef type of food that you're giving, is one of the ingredients further down chicken meal or chicken parts or chicken byproduct? You've got to really dig deep when you're trying to do an elimination diet, but it's the core of really getting to the bottom of a food allergy situation. Okay, so that's again for dogs. Next, and the third thing that we can do for dogs is the environmental changes. Um, for dogs, a really big one is their bed and their bedding. Okay. So you got an itchy dog. You're like, okay, let me take Dr. Croom's advice. We're going to go ahead and bathe Fifi. We put the oatmeal on. We made a little paste, let it sit on for 10 minutes, rinse off. Oh my God. She's already seeming like she's less itchy. But she's going to go and sit and lay on that same dirty dog bed from the itchiness from the night before. So you've got to really like plan this out. When you're bathing your dog, you got to throw those items into the hot water, right? Or, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you get a new dog bed every 2 months. I don't know. Maybe that's what you're willing to do for your pet. We all have, different things that we're willing to do, able to afford, all of those things. I'm probably moving in the direction of, I'm probably going to be getting a new bed or at least a new layer lining every couple few months because yes, you can wash, but then you kind of get into a situation where if you forget, then you're just back in that same cycle. So cleaning their dogs, their bedding, their play area, right? If they have a certain play area, um, indoors or outdoors, they can have a play area outside in the grass and they're just rolling around in the grass and everything. You just want to make sure those areas are kept clean and free from waste. Okay, so that's crucial. Dust mites and pollen can get caught up in the dog bedding and all of that. So you want to make sure everything is cleaned at the same time and really coordinate those efforts. Okay. All right. So just to recoup for dogs, some of the over the counter solutions that you can do right at home: bathing with the oatmeal, leaving on for 10 minutes, adjusting their diet, perhaps eliminating chicken and all treats that might have chicken in them. And then the environmental changes like the bedding, and if you have numerous pets and just the area that they play, keeping those areas clean along with the pet. All right. Very good. So, next up, the cats. Let's not forget the cats. Cats, we said, have certain symptoms that can be different than dogs. Their respiratory system is really often affected. Sneezing, little snotty nose, little goop coming from the eyes, right? And then they already have a little attitude, so that just goes right along with it. Gotta love the cats. But they groom themselves already, right? So we already know cats are natural groomers. They typically keep themselves clean, but you can tell pet owners when the grooming is over grooming. They're starting to lick and like maybe some hair loss is happening, right? Or redness in a certain area, or they're always focusing on a certain area, right? We talked about for the dogs, the shampoo and oatmeal can be helpful for the cats as well. But we know cats aren't really loving the water. Some cats do. Please put in the chat if you have an odd an odd cat who really actually enjoys bathing. I've heard some clients say when they get in the shower, the cat gets right in with them and it's like, and is right there trying to get bathed. So definitely a little out of the ordinary. But there are things like waterless shampoos that can be used for cats. There may be something in my over-the-counter pharmacy. You can find that right at drcroom.com. Click on pharmacy, and you'll see some of the things that you don't need any type of authorization from me for. So you can take a look there. Waterless shampoo can be really great for cats with sensitive skin. And so you don't have to put them through the whole bathing routine with water. Another one that you may not have thought of for the cats, and really any of the pets, but especially cats, because they are so sensitive. Their little nasal passages will pick up anything, whether there's incense in the air. I did a infomercial recently about incense and the fact that like, ooh, we may love it, and ooh, it smells so good, but it's 10,000 times as strong for your cat. So one solution that you can have right at home, which you may already have at home, is your air purifier and your humidity control, your dehumidifier. Okay? You can control the humidity levels in the air, then you can reduce the allergens that are in the air as well. I've got a air purifier right over here that I kick on for my dogs and other animals just to keep the dust down. And it's for me too. I have allergies as well. So You get to see that 100%, and you know that the air inside the house is nice and fresh, and you don't have to worry about that quite as much. Okay, it can filter out dust, it can filter out pollen, and allergies, especially helpful for cats prone to respiratory issues. Okay, so we've got the air purifiers, and you're controlling the humidity. Next and third for the cats is the dietary solutions, because honestly, really any animal you talk about where they're having an allergic reaction, um, the diet part is going to play a large role. That's almost for anything. Immune system's going down. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? What are you putting in that gut? Okay. So the dietary solution here could be a limited ingredient, or it could be grain-free diet for your cat. Grain-free is not always the solution, but we know that grains can be allergy producing in some ways, right? So another thing that you can do is you can add omega-3 supplement to their food to help plump up those skin cells, keep them from drying out and drizzling out, and really giving the cells some nutrients, like fatty nutrients for the skin to plump those cells up. Okay. You could potentially use a little bit of coconut oil for the dogs, for the cats as well, and a couple times a week to help to rejuvenate those cells and keep them from shriveling up. All right. So the grain-free diets, though, are often really good for sensitive cats. With a little touch of omega-3 added in there is a great idea. Okay. Any cat owners out here? If so, make yourself known in the chat so that I can speak out to you. Have you ever tried any of these solutions for your cat? Either the bathing with a waterless shampoo, the air purifiers in your home, or changing their diet. I would love to know if any of you cat owners out there have tried any of these and had success. So go ahead and put that in the chat if you have. Let me see here if I see any more comments. Okay, I'm not seeing any yet. So moving on to our third species that we're going to talk about tonight, our third and final species is the equine, the beautiful and regal horse, right? I love this because even though I don't do direct physical veterinary care for horses, I love the holistic lifestyle that allows me to still advise horse owners on the various herbs and the various at-home solutions that you can do for your horse as well. Just because they're big doesn't mean that the solutions are fully, completely different. They still have the same, very similar body situations that dogs and cats do. So horses, okay, they can develop allergies, but for them, like we said, often it's hives that pop out. It's their respiratory, they're coughing, and they have some nasal discharge to let you know, like, hey, they are having an allergic response. Okay. So, number one, environmental control. We're going to say that first for the horses because they're out there. They're out in dusty barns. They're out in the paddock and out in the field, right? And so you want to make sure that environment, we know that environment is a huge factor, right? So you want to keep their stalls as dust free as you can. I mean, obviously there's dust, what are you going to do? Keep it dust free and ensure that there's proper ventilation in the barn area. Okay. If you have a helper out there or somebody who works directly in with your horses and takes them out each day and cleans the stalls, you've got to make sure, you're keeping the dust out and that the ventilation little vents are open. Okay. Oh, Sandra said she loves horses too. Yeah, aren't they amazing? They're just so gorgeous and grand and magnificent. Dreaming of owning a farm one day. Don't just dream, make it happen, Sandra. I know you can do it. All right. So thank you for that, Sandra. Yes, horses, love them. Again, environment for the horses is big. So stall cleanliness is crucial. The dust, mold, and pollen can all trigger an allergic reaction in your horse. Okay. Next, topical for the horses. Topical. How are we gonna, this big old thing? How are we gonna get something topical? You can. It's very simply ACV. Who knows what ACV is? put it in the chat. It's something that can really help. It's something that you probably already have in your house, and it can potentially help with the topical help for allergy solutions for your horse. Let me see. Let me see. Who knows about the ACV? Who knows? Who knows? All right. If I can't get anyone in here who knows about the ACV, I might have to put on a little master class about ACV and how that can help. Okay. ACV, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. Apple cider vinegar. ACV, apple cider vinegar, can be a really great and low cost solution for your horse that's experiencing allergy symptoms. Okay. So, what you can do is take a mild ACV, right, and water, right? You're going to mix it in. You're not going to do it a straight solution from the bottle. You're going to mix it with some water and dilute it out. And then you can put it in a little spray bottle and spray it on those areas of irritation and agitation, right? Yes, exactly, Sandra. Who knew that you could just simply go into your kitchen and get some apple cider vinegar and spray? You can use it for yourself too. Like, this is what I'm telling you, you guys. The holistic lifestyle is a thing, and it's for you and it's for your pet as well. I love the fact that I can use a solution for myself and also use it for my dog or for my horse. I just absolutely love that. So I see that you love it too, Sandra. We are on the same page. So you're mixing up the solution of the apple cider vinegar, mixing it with water, spraying it on your horse, letting it sit there, right? And that can dry up the area and reduce that itchiness in that area. And it's all from right in your own kitchen, okay? So you can soothe that without having harsh chemicals. And then the third and final solution for our horses is also dietary, like we said, right? And it comes down to those omega 3s again. It might be in a different form, it might be in a grain that's mixed in with the feed, or it could be a liquid form that we typically give to the cats and dogs, and that can be put in as well. Or you can even give it to them right in their hand. There's different foods that are high in omegas. But you can also do, like I said, the coconut oil and various other omega-3 supplements. Again, if you go to our pharmacy at drcroom.com, you will see that there are many over-the-counter solutions in the pharmacy that you do not need me to sign off on. So check those out. They're very low cost. And just type in, like in the search bar, allergies and things like that, and you'll see those options pop up for you. Okay. So diet changes, especially removing triggers like certain grains for the horses, can be helpful and can greatly reduce allergy symptoms as well. So anyone out there looking and thinking about in the future veterinarian side of the house, thinking about working with equine? Anybody out there have been thinking about going in the large animal direction? I want to hear from you. And anyone out there who is a horse owner, I want to hear about your experiences that you've had dealing with your horse's allergies. They're big animals. It can be a lot. But one thing that we do have here at Dr. Croom Mobile Vet Service is we have a product that is pretty new. This size here would be for the dogs and cats because, it's a smaller container. But it's our pet allergy and immune booster herbal mix. And you can see that it's made of 3 different types of herbs that are all made for the immune system, for decreasing that allergy symptom, and as well as boosting the overall chi and energy of the body. So look for the Pet Allergy Immune Boost in the store at drcroom.com. Again, this is a product that you do not need a prescription for, so you don't necessarily need a consultation per se. But if you would like a holistic consultation, we are here. My team and I are here to discuss. You get our full attention. Just like we're on this call right now, we will be on the video with you and your pet discussing the allergies, discussing other holistic modalities that you may want. Okay, so look for that Pet Allergy and Immune Booster. All right. And then one other item, which is actually going to be inside of this raffle prize that I'm about to raffle off here in a moment, is the Diatomaceous Earth. And, Pets can have allergies to fleas and ticks and other parasites. Diatomaceous earth is a really, really great holistic method to dry out those bugs, right? So it works by mechanical action. This is the reason that it's holistic. It doesn't work by chemical action. It works through mechanical action. So the diatomaceous earth dries out the flea, dries out the tick, and sucks all the moisture out of their body and therefore kills them. No chemicals involved. Okay. So you can put this on your animal, rub it right into the fur and into the bedding after you've cleaned out your dog's bedding, right? Into the horse's stall. Right now, it is dusty. So we already talked about reducing dust and everything. So you wouldn't want to put this necessarily down while the horse is right in the stall, right? You can get this container and just sprinkle all around while the horse is out in the field. Get it all in there. Start killing those bugs mechanically right away. Now you can find this DE as well right at drcroom.com in the store. And but you can find diatomaceous earth as well at various Tractor Supplies and other stores like that. But if you want a manageable amount, you might want to go to drcroom.com and get this 1 pound. Is it a 1 pounder or is it a 2 pounder? It might be a 2 pound solution for dogs, cats, and horses. Okay. So remember, future veterinarians, remember that the non-pharmacological options for your pet parents and for your clients as you move into the realm of becoming a veterinarian yourself can really provide a lot of relief. Definitely think about going into the integrative aspect of veterinary medicine, meaning you can combine the pharmacological and the pharmaceuticals with some of the holistic, or you can be like me and focus more on the holistic, but always leave some room for the pharmaceuticals if needed for some of those major symptoms. Okay. So thank you for joining me today, future vets. We're about to do this raffle here in just a moment. But before we go, we've got resources for future veterinarians. I told you earlier that we have an internship program, and that is for college age and above, students who are in pre-veterinary courses. Like when I went to school for undergrad, I went to Xavier University in New Orleans, and I was a pre-veterinary major. It was biology pre-med major, but you can also be an animal science major. You can also be, just any type of animal related field, and you're already in and you're in college, you could be eligible to join my virtual internship where my interns join me on actual virtual consultations. Okay, we're going to get some of our interns in here very soon, maybe coming on live with me to talk about the benefits that they receive. I just love having my interns on our virtual visits with clients. The clients love it too. They're like, wow, we've got interns. They're right there. They can see their faces. They can jump in and assist me and my veterinary assistants when we're asking the questions and going through these holistic virtual consultations. I have a link here for you. If you know anyone who is into the veterinary field and may want to apply for our telemedicine internship, here's the link. Grab it, screenshot it, take a picture of it, and send it to them so that they can apply and join me. Really, really useful to be able to get access to a veterinarian like myself, as well as a variety of my veterinary colleagues who are going to be joining in. So definitely get that link right there. We also have a link because I've created a new community recently for future veterinarians in a place where they can help pet parents, in a way that's totally free for the pet parent. Okay. So it's a free online community for my future veterinarians as well as holistic pet parents. Here is the link for that. I'd love to see you join us in the school. It's a holistic pet and future vet school. So you'll see that and you'll know that that's something that we have created here. It's a passion project. We want to make sure that there's a place for you. It doesn't always have to be on Facebook. I know we're streaming on Facebook here, but it's a different community that's just a little off the beaten path. Everybody doesn't always want to be on, FB all the time. So this is an alternative for you. Just like holistic medicine is an alternative, you have an alternative to join us in this community for free. So there's the link. It's in the school. I hope to see you there. Now, let's get to this raffle, shall we? All right. So again, this raffle was from all the people, and I'll put this back on because this is what I was wearing. I want to make sure that they recognize me from out in the event that we were at the other day. There's the Halloween pups and pumpkins party. So many people came up to our table, signed up to win, right? We've got all kinds of people who came over and talked to us, brought their pets over, let us see what was going on. And we are giving away 3 of these amazing packages chock full of amazing holistic solutions for your pets. Dogs, cats, horses. We've got wipes, various chews, shampoos, all holistic. Of course, we've got our future veterinarian coloring book in there, right? By Dr. Croom, Army vet. And we've even thrown in a special stethoscope for any future vets that may be in your family if you're a winner tonight. So we're going to choose 3 winners for these boxes, and we will be reaching out to you to get your address to where we can send these boxes, okay? All right, so let's get to it. Where's the drum roll? No drum roll, okay? So the first one we've got is sure we get that from down there. We want to have the best chances of someone winning. All right. The first winner is ticket number 3804519. I'll say that again. 3804519. And that winner is Skylar Balk. Skylar Balk or Bouch. Congratulations, Skylar. You and Rowdy, your shepherd mix, are winners. Skylar and Rowdy, you are our first winner. All right. Our second winner of our amazing holistic pet package is, we've got number 3804520. Again, the winning number 3804520. And that winner is Lindsay Strauss. Lindsay Strauss and Remy with your boxer mix. It was so great to meet you out there at the event. Congratulations, Lindsay Strauss. You are our second winner of our amazing holistic pet box. That's right. Anybody out there knows Lindsay, let her know she's a winner. If you're in the chat, let me go see who's in the chat here. Kyle. Oh, Kyle. Kyle is our veterinary assistant. You'll be meeting Kyle very soon. He said, woohoo! I remember them. Kyle was out there with us, and his first live event with Dr. Croom Mobile Vet Service. He did a great job. Awesome job, Kyle. And I love that you remember Lindsay and Remy. All right. And third, but not least, is our third winner is number 3804518. 3804518. And that winner is Laura Cosmic. I don't see your pet's name here, but Laura, you are a winner. Congratulations, Laura. All right, so we want to congratulate Laura Cosmic, Skylar Balk, and Lindsay Strauss. Thank you for coming out to see us at the Pups and Pumpkin Party this past Tuesday here in Portage. Congratulations on your win. And everyone else, that you can go right to drcroom.com for all of these products that are going out to them You could get access to them. There's a pharmacy where there's a lot of over-the-counter things that can help for allergies, as well as the store where we keep our herbs. And we've got that pet allergy immune boost mix that will be going up in the store very, very soon. Look for it. We'll be there. And we will also be here next Thursday. You know, we go live every single Thursday so that we can give information to future vets to learn how to talk to pet parents. We're really bringing up the next generation of veterinarians so that they have those soft skills that are needed to really have that compassion, just like we have here at Dr. Croom Mobile Veterinary Service. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you all next week. Peace and love.